lives of their experience, so it's not a biased experience, right? I'm in a position where I've been in this space for so long, anything I say may seem to be biased. But these people who are just starting, if you're just starting, imagine you just doing a video and say, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I kept hearing about this rich university thing and I didn't know what it was about, so I decided to do it. I'm gonna be real transparent with you and let you know what my journey was like, and I'm gonna come to you with some videos to really tell you the inside that's going on. And you journal that process and allow the people to see that now they're seeing the elements, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is. You're bringing that forth out to the community, developing an audience of trust. So how to present like a pro, just thinking how to present a PowerPoint, how to present yourself. How do you present yourself in that, right? So confidence is important. If you don't have the confidence with Forex, or if you don't have the confidence with network marketing, but you have confidence in another area of your life, how about you bring that into this space so that it's familiar to you, right? Does that make sense? So that it's familiar to you. If that makes sense, go ahead and put twos in the chat. Now, another thing about confidence is the way you project your voice. So for me, I wasn't always the most confident person. Growing up, I actually lacked a lot of confidence. I did not have confidence to really speak out. So my first area of go ahead, go. My first area, go, yes, yes. My first area of confidence,
I said, hear your own voice.
came in me defending myself. And now this might be seem to be off topic, but I'll tell you how it relates. So I had to fight for myself. I started to have to fight at a very, very young age, because I was kind of put in environments where I had to defend myself. I had to speak up for myself, and it sometimes got a bit physical, where it led to fighting. But what happened is I realized that I had the power and I didn't have to be powerless and people take power away from me. The next thing that I did that you guys may not know is I developed an alter ego that was much different from who I was as a person. This alter ego just didn't have the same personality type. I'm not necessarily saying that I was shy. Maybe I was, but I definitely wouldn't be doing today what I do right now. Probably if I would not have created an alter ego. The alter ego allowed me to step outside of myself and it allowed me to be something that I didn't see myself as. So I challenge you to develop an alter ego that may allow you to do something that you yourself don't see yourself at doing. This is the greatest time in history to reinvent yourself. This is one of the reasons that I help people to develop a brand. And when I help them to develop their personal name brand, I see them start to kind of really go into a phase of metamorphosis from the cocoon where they were kind of shy and oh no, oh goodness, into beautiful butterflies. One of the first things that I recommend that you do is develop your name to become a brand. So when we hear your name, like when we think about the changer, Toya the game changer, we think about Latasha the boss chick, or we think about Giovanna Miss Millionaire, or we think about Kawana Miss Pretty Rich. Those are names that allow them to come outside of whatever the story was told to becoming the story that they want to be told. There is nothing that's stopping you from developing who your name brand is, right? And so once you develop what your name means and that becomes good, whatever you do, people are going to want to connect to. So the next thing that I want to talk about outside of confidence is really being able to just have a good memory. What I did when I first came into this industry is I memorized. First of all, I needed to make some money fast. I didn't have time to learn everything about the first company that I was a part of. I did not learn everything about it. I learned thing, one thing, and I became good at one thing. I became good at one thing. I didn't become good at everything. The first company that I was a part of, we did these reshaping garments and we put people in these garments and they transformed their bodies immediately. I just became good at putting people in the garment. I didn't know the compensation plan. I didn't know all the ingredients in the products. I didn't know how long the company had been around because when you first get started, you can't wait until you learn everything to start or you're already late. Guys, we already late to the party. Do you realize that? We're late to the party because this information has not been available to us in all of these years. How could you then wait until you become an expert? Well, and stop lying to yourself. You can't be on, listen, if you ever lied to yourself about what I'm about to say, I hope this information helps you to stop lying to yourself. People lie to themselves and they say stuff like this. Well, once I learn everything, once I master it, then I'm going to tell everybody about it. If you're guilty of saying that, raise your hand. Or just put a hand up or put threes up. If you know you're guilty of saying that, raise your hand. I'm gonna help you from a psychological perspective to show you where it comes from. Everybody says this that have the same mindset. It's not a personal thing. You thought it was just you. It's not you. Okay? It's not just you. But once I master it, once I know what I'm doing, because you know how I am now, you know the kind of person, you really think you're being integrous when you're saying that. You really mean well. That's why you say it, because you really believe that. You believe genuinely that that's what it's going to take, because the truth is you really never ask what does it take. You don't really know what it takes to get what you want. So you say these things and you believe that you are going to come into this space and become a master. And then once you become a master, now that qualifies you. Somebody please say I'm already qualified. Because somebody just type in I'm already qualified. Can you just type I'm already qualified in? When you got access to this space, you became qualified. So what I did when I got into this industry, I didn't have time. I was already late for generating wealth for my family. I was already late. I was 20. How old was I in this industry? I got in this industry, I think I was 27 years old when I got into this industry, 26 years old. I believe I was 26 years old when I got into this industry. And when I got into this industry, I didn't have the time. In my mind at 26, I was late for wealth. I'd already acquired some success. We already owned a professional hair salon on Xavier University campus. We already had a music production company. We were already homeowners investing into real estate. But in my mind at 26, I felt that I was unsuccessful, and I felt that I was delayed. I felt that I was behind. I felt that I was late. So I want you to say right now that I already qualified, because that's not going to call it. When you know that you already qualified, you stop prolonging, you keep pushing yourself back. When you're talking about, you're not here to get a master's degree in Forex. And if you say, I want to, you know how many people I talk to, they say, I want to master it. So what that's saying is you want to give yourself 8 years. And then they say, wait now, well, you said mastery. Mastery usually takes about 10 years. To master something, it takes 10 years. You want to wait 10? You want to wait a decade till you can master it to share with other people? We're not asking you to share with other people. We're actually not even hiring for any more educators right now. So what I'm saying to you is there's a psychology that causes people all over the world to say that, and that is actually something that is fear. Now, you don't realize it's fear. You didn't say it was fear. You probably got upset that I'm telling you that it is fear, but it is fear because the reality of it is it's not required for you to learn this, for you to teach other people. We didn't ask you to teach other people. We said share the information and invite other people in. Well, how am I gonna invite somebody in if I don't have a testimony myself? You have a testimony usually within your first 24 hours. At the latest, your first 72 hours. But you told yourself that your testimony had to be a financial one. That's what you told yourself. You told yourself that you had to first see how much money you was going to make. Some of you haven't made the money you want because you don't have the money. And you pushing money away because you waiting instead of saying, what do I need to do to get the money for the success story? You have a story when you join the community and you see how you were embraced in love. You have a story with the person that you were connected to even say yes to Forex. You have a story. You have to understand the value is not just money. Money is not at the top of the value bar. It's not at the top. People want to be a part of relationships that's going to get them connected so that they can have access. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it puts you in a position to share that. When you share that with what? Confidence. With confidence, you will be able to connect to that person's heart. You'll be able to connect to that person's heart. So after that, I want to go into making sure that you don't keep telling yourself that lie. I know a lot of traders who learn how to trade. And King, come in, man. King, Leggy, who is that? I know some people who have told themselves that story and they did learn how to trade and they never went back for anybody else. They never went back. They never went back. They got freedom, y'all. They make it $200 a day because you know why? They told themselves another lie. And the other lie that they told themselves was, well, when I get to this point, then I'm going to do it. And then they told themselves, well, if I told her, she won't believe me. That's all. Guys, this is a mission-based movement. And in this area right here, You have to grow so that you can go to the next level. Now, some of you genuinely don't want to help people, but I don't believe you would be on this call if you didn't, because this is learning how to present like a pro. We're going to show you how to present this information properly. But before I show you how to present information, I want to show you how to present you properly. You are what people are buying into. It's the reason that your cousin didn't sign up with you, but they signed up with somebody else that they didn't know. Because you prejudged your cousin and said, girl, she ain't gonna do this. I know her, she ain't gonna do it. And now your cousin actually signed up with somebody else because you chose to play God and say what they was and wasn't gonna do. You chose to leave certain people off the list because I'm gonna just put everybody on the list who gonna do it. See, I don't want to work with people with that kind of mindset. See me? See, I don't. For real, on the slick, like you kind of had that kind of mindset too. Somebody worked with you. Like for real. You kind of was on that list where people was like, nah, he ain't gonna get this. He ain't gonna even get this. What if they'd have left you out? So we don't get to judge. You put everybody down on your list. Everybody down on your list. Yeah, on the slick. For real. I'm just saying, some of us could have been left off of a list on the slick because somebody could have easily said that about us, right? So you want to make sure you put everybody down on your list and gain the confidence. And here's the thing. You know 99% more than them day one. You know 99% more than the person that you're thinking about coming out the gate. 99%. You know 99% more than the person that you're thinking about prospecting coming out the gate. 1 second, y'all.
She turned it off, Jay?
So don't feel like you need to know everything before you can say anything.
Just listening.
Don't feel like you need to know everything before you can say anything. Does that make sense? You don't need to know everything before you can say anything. You just need to know. Remember I told you when I got into this industry, I mastered one thing. I did that. I didn't master it in a week, but I started doing it really good. And guess what I did? I came in like I'm about to master this. I came in like this. I'm doing this because I needed the money. I needed the money. I listened to what the presenter said, and guess what? I had never presented in my life. So guess what I did? I repeated exactly what she said. I repeated the words verbatim. If you guys have, and I still do it to this day, I still study. I study the game. I study presenters. I study myself. If you have a leader that's in your group, and you say that you want to go chairman, you want to go P5, you want to go P2, and you're not presenting yet, you need to be studying the person is your leader that's presenting. What do she say? What do he say? When do he say it? And write it down and repeat it. Repeat it verbatim. I repeated everything. I even repeated the jokes. I repeated the jokes. Let me see here. I repeated the jokes. I didn't even know what some of the jokes meant. They were saying this is Amway 30 years ago. 30 years ago, I wasn't even born at that time. Oh my God, you got cut up. I don't want to touch your You got all cut up. You got all cut up. You got all cut up and you smell good. Get away from my stuff. Look at the baby. So I didn't even know what. Give me some more water. I think a hair fell in this. Here, just give me some more water, baby. A hair. So I didn't even know what some of the jokes meant. She said, this is Amway 30 years ago. Child, I wasn't even born at that time. I was like, in my presentation, I said, this is Amway 30 years ago. And I did the gesture that she did because I didn't really understand it myself. I did the gesture that she did. I did the pause that she did. I held my finger like she held it. Some of you are delaying your success because you're saying, well, I want to do it my way. You don't have a way yet. Model, duplicate. And that's what I did. And guess what it allowed me to do? It allowed me to go to the front of the line. I didn't have to have no prior experience. I didn't have to have no success stories. Guess what I did? I shared my mentor success stories. I sure did. And I told them that I was the partner. This is my part. Let me tell you who I'm partnered with. I didn't have to tell them my story. I didn't have one until I had one. And I wouldn't have had one if I didn't get started. But I shared my partner's success stories. And by doing that, I was able to see the responses that they were able to get. And so I challenge you to not feel like you have to wait. There's no waiting no more. You can do what I'm gonna share with you today tomorrow. You can go and get, and you'll be, first of all, you'll feel so good. You'll feel good that you made 5 mistakes and nobody never knew it. You feel so good that you made 5 mistakes and people still signed up. You feel so good that you didn't even make no money yet, but you see the money that's being made and you was able to talk to people about this confidently and they still signed up. You know, I felt so good when these people was giving me, at the time they had to give me their credit card information. I couldn't believe that. I had presented this stuff. I was in the business for 2 weeks. I signed 7 people up in one day. And we didn't have a product, nothing like we got now. And at that time, it was more expensive than our product is today. You have to spend $300 to partner with me in that company. I had never did anything like this before. I had no success story, no success really, period. Well, I had success, but it wasn't necessarily relevant inside of that space, and it wasn't a part of my testimony, so they didn't know nothing about that. And 7 people joined me in one day simply because there was a promotion on the table. Somebody told me something. It wasn't really true. They thought it was. They said, you know, you can make $19,000 in 30 days. I said, wait, hold on. I could do what? Yeah, girl, you could make 19 notes. They said you could make $12,000 in 30 days if you go and get 10 people and show those 10 people how to get 5. That's what they told me. Listen to this, y'all. Listen, I just joined the company. I don't know what she talking about. That girl said I can make $12,000. I ain't never made $12,000 at that point in my life in 30 days. You say I can make $12,000 in what? That's all I heard. You can make $12,000 in 30 days. Girl, what I need to do? You got to go get 10 people as fast as you can and help at least 5 of them get 10. And you're going to make $12,000. Okay, their numbers was wrong for number one. But guess what I did? I went and did it. I went and got 7 people, and I think I helped 4 of them to duplicate it. Numbers was off. It wasn't quite exactly right. But that created an urgency. If you go get 10 people and show 5 of them how to get 10. Girl, let me tell you something. The work that I was doing to make nowhere near $12,000 in 30 days, that was easy to me when she said go get 10 people and help 5 of them get 10. I at least just started moving. I started talking. I started sharing. I started making my own flyers. I was putting them up everywhere. Everywhere I went, I told people in one day I brought like 7 people. In one day. You'd be surprised what you could do when you had a goal in front of you. Now the numbers ended up being wrong. They was off. But it set me up that in the next 30 days, I made $19,000 in that 1 month. And it was on for me. So I can tell you right now, in this company, our compensation plan is more aggressive. If you go get 10 people and show 5 people how to get 10 people, you will be making not just $10,000 a month. You're like, how is that possible? Because those people that you go get to duplicate the process will actually end up being your platinum 1000, because those same next people got to duplicate the process. So now you end up hitting chairman 10 in 30 days. Now it don't, just like it didn't play out in my mind, I didn't know the numbers. So I couldn't tell you that the numbers was right or wrong because I ain't never seen a number for them to show me. But some of you are thinking about how could 10 people and me getting 10 people and then helping 5 of them get 10 equate to chairman 10, because you're getting duplication done. You got 10 people. And if 7 of those people end up becoming a platinum 1000 because they went got 10 people who got 5 people who got, they went got 5 people who got 10 people, and that process kept duplicating itself. You will end up with a team of 500 people. And even if it don't happen in the first 30 days like it didn't happen for me, in 60 days I superseded it. In 60 days I superseded it. Why? Because I condensed my time. I increased my work ethic and I collapsed time. I did in that time frame that if I would not have had the right leadership to tell me what to do, that I probably would have took months to do what I did in a day. I probably would have took weeks to do what I did in a day. Some of you just need to know what it takes to go chairman. Some of you just need to know. If you go get 10 people, I'm going to tell you and be honest with you, the numbers is wrong. I challenge you to just do what I did. Girl, if you get 10 people and help 5 people to get 10, you're going to be making $12,000. Well, I wasn't making $12,000. That wasn't the numbers. But in 2 months, I was at $19,000.
Oh, he had a super Saturday.
I never did it before. I did not know the product. Not like that. I knew it worked for people, but I couldn't explain it to you. I didn't wait till I could explain the product. I didn't wait until I knew everything. At that moment, it was like a hunt. It's market share time. You better get them before somebody else get them. Because people are going to say yes to this thing right here. And I challenge you guys right now that are watching, as it relates to presenting, before we could ever talk about how do you actually present the product, how do you present yourself? How do you present you? How are you presenting yourself? So one of the things that I could show you as far as ammunition before I even pull up anything else, if you become good at this right here, it's going to really make a big difference, because this is something that people can wrap their mind around and they can see. And that's the 10% trading plan. The 10% trading plan is going to be uploaded to the website today. We have an onboarding website that's being made available. So you can download it, you can study this, and you can present this. This is your money. If you could show a person, which is all true, how they could simply compound their money, it will change your response. Just get good at this. We ain't even talking about Forex with this. We're just talking about money. All I'm doing now is showing you how to sell a money machine. I'm showing you how to sell a money machine. If I was hiring you to do a job, I would simply be hiring you to sell a money machine that actually works, that has results coming in. And all you need to do is collect as many testimonies as you could. And share the testimonies. Some of y'all are holding y'all testimonies hostage, y'all. You got testimonies on this call right now. Nobody don't even know. I ain't telling nobody. That's not gonna help you. That's not gonna help. Somebody got their mind your mind. You want to share your testimony. You collect the testimony. So the way this chart works is you could change this number to whatever number you want, depending on the audience you're talking to. But this shows you at $300 growing at 10% a day, what the daily goal will be. It shows you what the daily goal will be. Okay? So all you have to do is know how to break this chart down. I'm going to get some of you guys to speak up and tell me how to do this. We haven't even talked about the traditional PowerPoint, because those slides, for number one, we're all updating. We should have the PowerPoint available tomorrow. It'll be the Rich University PowerPoint. Many of you have asked for it. We are working on it right now, where it tells the Rich University story in partnership with IM Mastery that includes Tokyo China nightclub, 10% trading plan, and what we do, so that you can present that way. So that's why I haven't pulled up the other one. So I want to show you how to present what we provide. This is what everybody could connect to, okay? They could connect to seeing their money grow 10% a day. Now, it doesn't have to be 10%. It could be 5%. It could be more. It could be less. And that really has to do with them using tools like the Harmonic scanner. This tool right here is a perfect tool for you in a scanner, okay? Just so you know that. When they use that multi-million-dollar banking software, they can choose to grow their money however they want. So the goal is 50 pips a day. If you set a goal for 50 pips a day, I have conversations with people right now that's doing this right now, and guess what our conversations sound like? Dr. China, I'm so excited. I'm on day 27. I'm on day 42. I'm so excited. That's what we talk about, what day they're on the chart. What day they're on the chart. And so what happens is, let's just say a person was on day 42 and they went to day 43, but they didn't hit their goal for day 43, or the market just went the wrong way. And day 43, they actually took a hit. Guess what? They come back to day 42 until they achieve this. So day 42 may have taken them 60 days. Day 42 may have taken them 70 days. But they're at day 42 on the chart. You see what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm at day 52. I got 8 more days to go. Well, 8 more days may take them 20 days, but at that point, they've actually satisfied this chart. Does that make sense to you guys? This is your money, y'all. All you doing is learning how to market. This tool is your secret weapon. Because this tool allows the person you talk to discover who they are. They can identify whether they want to go at 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%, whether they want to start with $100 too. They get to be in this chart. And you ask them the numbers so that they can see their reality. Your question is, how much would you want to start an account with? What numbers do you want to see here? And if they say, you know what, 500 would be good. Okay, bam, let me show you what that'll look like for you. It's 10% growth today, good. Well, shoot, take it to 20. Okay, let's just see what that would look like for you. Now, keep in mind, the higher I go on the percentages, the more risky it's going to be for you. But you can always remove, put that size down low. So this would look like if you started an account with $500 and you wanted to go at 20% a day with 50 pip daily goals. It's still going to be a 2% risk. What that means is this 2% risk is 2% of the balance, right? 2% of this $500 balance is a $10 risk in the first trade. So your goal day one is to make $100. Whether you do 1 trade or 5 trades, it don't really matter. Okay, your goal is to get this 50 pips done, growing at 20%. So what that tells them, coming all the way down, come on, y'all, we talking about money on the table. Guys, A 20% growth daily on $500 is 23 million. This what you selling. 50% wrong, you still got 10 million. With tools that we have that's 87% accurate. Who can't promote this product, y'all? Please tell me who can't promote this. Who can't who can't promote this product? Who can't promote this product? We have a tool that can help you grow your money 20% a day if you wanted to. 20% a day. I want to pause. I want to get some feedback. I want to break this up a little bit. I want to hear from you guys. I want to also see you break it down. One of my favorite parts of this is this right here. And I want to make sure you know how to break this part down, which is the job equivalent tool. And it shows you that getting to a point where you're making $500 a day just replace a $62.50 an hour job. Most people are not making $62.50 on their job. So if they can get to a point where even if they don't do 20% growth a day, what if they just get to the point where they know consistently they can make $500 a day out the market? This is amazing, y'all. So let's go ahead and get some feedback. I want to hear from you guys. Just unmute, and I want to hear who also wants to break this chart down or what your philosophy is. You may bring something different to the table, but this tool is a great way to present something that they can relate to because it's just numbers on the table. Hey, who's out there?
Hey, Dr. China.
Hey.
Hey, this is Giovanna, Miss Millionaire. I just wanted to say that you really opened my eyes to be able to, like, I've looked at this tool for myself, but to ever, I didn't really think about it as far as just presenting this or showing as a plan. You know, so thank you for that, because you hear stories about people who became wildly successful in companies like that sold coffee, and they didn't even sell coffee. And it's because they did things like this. I mean, they didn't drink coffee, I'm sorry. So people who were wildly successful at selling coffee didn't even drink coffee, but it was because they showed the plan, which is something like this, that everybody can relate to. So thank you so much for kind of like, I understand this, you know, but I didn't really understand how to, present it to as like a presentation to a prospect, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And the goal today is to show you how to sell the plan, how to show the plan. The truth is, there are some people, and I had to realize, that don't want to learn how to trade Forex. They just want to market the product. Some of our top chairmen do not trade at all. They can't even break down the scanner to you. They have no interest in doing it at all. But they market this product because they know they have a multi-million-dollar opportunity in their hand. So please, I gotta start talking to that audience of people. Some people, when I start talking about Forex, they overwhelmed. No, okay, I feel like I gotta go back to school. I'm not interested in that. But if I say, listen, this is how you can market that product. What I need to do, how much they pay, what's on the table. If I tell them what they told me, I can show you how to make $12,000. All you need to go do is get 10 people, help 5 people get 10 people, they in. And if I start talking Forex, they out.
Hey. Oh, can you hear me?
Hey, Miss UK.
Hey, how you guys doing? This is Miss UK in the UK. I just want to say, first of all, such a new level of appreciation for yourself as a leader in this space. A lot of the things we've got our hands on right now. You touched on some key points there, and the irony of it is I just came off a leadership call myself. Manchester's going from glory to glory here, and it's funny because I've been under your wing for a long time. I've worked with you quite closely, had that privilege, and learned so much from you. And it's like I'm relearning things that you said all over again. This duplication thing, this not rewriting the wheel. I'm finding myself doing and saying stuff that I've heard you say so many times, and just hearing you say those things again, and the confidence that creating the alter ego and being transparent. As the leader, I really appreciate you always showing us your journey and where you came from, and just hearing some of those things again, some things that I witnessed. And when I met you, I thought I've always thought very highly of you. I thought you had everything all together, and you've always been an impeccable presenter and been able to have that confidence. So thank you so much for that. as far as this tool, um, the way how I normally kind of market it or tell people is, again, it's just by listening to yourself, is what would you rather? Would you rather £1 million right now, or would you rather a penny that doubled every day for 30 days, and then basically getting people to understand that that penny ends up being $5 million, because most people take the million, and that's what this growth plan is. It's basically taking a sum of money and each day growing it in, it starts off as small increments, and how easy that is to become the, I don't know what it is at the end, the 90,000 or however many thousand. But yeah, that's the analogy that I kind of use to kind of get people's interest, and then they're like, okay, what do I need to do to get that chart, and then take it from there. So that's my take on it.
Thank you so much for that. You're so right. Some people, they just sign up because they want access to the chart. So I love it. Yeah, that concept that has been going around for many years really just talks about compound interest. And I remember seeing that penny question, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I didn't realize that that's what a penny would be from doubling over 31 days. Shoot, I need a vehicle now. So what you're selling is the fact that we have a vehicle that allows people to now compound their money. The vehicle is the harmonic scanner. The vehicle is the nightclub. The vehicle is Tokyo, China. It's going to allow them to duplicate their money and compound it. So that's amazing. Awesome. Thanks so much for that, UK. I'm excited to see you grow and blossom. We have been working together for a long time, and now is the time, and I'm excited about that. Awesome. Who else is out there?
Hi, Dr. China. This is Millionaire Go Getter. Thank you for the call. I really needed that. But the pointer that I took up when I came in a business, I came in hustling, not creating it like a business because I was new at it. But I thank you now that something that just broke, because I can't hustle like it's a hobby. I got to do it as a business. So I thank you so much for that. And also, another pointer I picked up was speak up on a call. So today I speak up on a call and break it.
Amen. That's awesome. That's a big deal. And I didn't realize, and I talk about the simple things so you guys could capture that. It wasn't the big things that I did, because the big things came from the simple things. It was the little things. The first call I was ever on, I got excited. All these people was on the call saying their names. I was like, shoot, I'm gonna say my name too. That's what I promised it. That's all it came from. And when I said it, I had to break through all the other names that was said. And I think when I said it at first, I don't remember if I think what
That's what
made me
happened to me
say it
today,
so
right, Trey?
boldly the second time was when I said my name, I wasn't heard. Guys, y'all don't understand that psychology is the biggest gift that you can get to become greater in your life, is the way you think and how you see things. I could have easily been like, well, she ain't hear me. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I tried. And that's the attitude a lot of people take. Because they did not hear my name, I heard all these other names kept being called and they was acknowledging them. I said, oh no,